to people this time. Ian cut me off, guys. I wanted to play Headhunter by Front 242, and Ian won't let me. So go to if you're listening, go.
It's because it's Ian's favorite song.
Just pause for a second. Ian loves the egg.
Ian loves the egg video.
Ian loves the egg. If I just played the video with no sound, would we get DMC?
Probably,
Run
yes.
DMC.
Yeah, I think they
Run DMCA.
Run DMCA.
Yeah. God, we got slapped last time, didn't we?
What did we get slapped
we
for
don't,
last time?
But we don't monetize our video, so it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter because we're not putting ads on things because we don't have anybody who watches them. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I'd like to advertise in your show that nobody listens to or watches.
Yeah. I keep trying to get Tom to put the Sniper Wolf outfit on and then do his reaction videos dressed as Sniper Wolf, but he won't do it.
I did put that on, and you wouldn't let me out of the house, so it's fine.
And if you want to see Tom in whatever Sniper Wolf is wearing, go to adamandeve.com.
She has giant glasses and fake nails.
She has giant glasses,
and fake nails.
yeah.
And her multi-million-dollar house.
And her amazing teeth. That's the thing is when you make that much money, you have amazing teeth.
I didn't notice. I've never noticed her teeth. I have noticed her insanely white house. Everything in her house is like uber fucking white.
God, that makes so much money. Those people make so much money. All those people that are like getting millions of views on YouTube or whatever, they just make obscene amounts of cash.
Well, we need to start making more React videos. Look.
Oh, Jesus
My kids
Christ.
watch this Mr. Beast. Have you heard of Mr. Beast? That's the fucking...
Why did you put this Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast is a phenomenon. How are you going to say this Mr. Beast?
I don't know. It's not a
He's
phenomenon
like the
except for my
biggest
kids watch
YouTuber
it.
in existence.
Is he? I've literally never heard
it's
of
like
him.
fucking kids watching. It's just like a bunch of guys who like have a bunch of money from sponsorships or something, and then they give out prizes and money to people. It's actually kind of cool because they do like nice shit. They're never like shitty and cruel and
Trick
like
people or
it's not the game. They're
like that one
pranking
jackass who gave people a toothpaste filled Oreos, like a homeless guy toothpaste filled Oreos.
Oh fuck!
He went out and scraped all the shit out of the center and then put toothpaste in there and gave it to like homeless people. I think he got arrested for that. Actually,
Good. Fuck that
fucking
guy.
Deserves it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine biting into that? That's the worst thing. It's so mean.
That is a fucking cruel
It's just
thing to
super mean. Oh, we're here. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? This Mr. Beast. That's going to be my next shirt.
I don't know,
Mr.
guy.
Beast.
I watch YouTube for only one thing. To try to remember how to tie a tie when it's been a long time since I've tied a tie.
I have found some really awesome videos on YouTube. There's a guy who restores old stuff, and it's like ASMR almost.
Awesome.
So it's like, the guy doesn't talk at all. The guy doesn't say a word. He just gets like this old rusty thing, whatever it is, and it's normally a mechanical of some kind. So it'll like, for instance, he'll do a rebar cutter, and it's old, 100-year-old. It feels like because it's all completely rusted.
Yeah, okay.
And then he just takes it apart and then basically scrubs it all, sandblasts it,
Right.
does the putty thing to make sure it's smooth, sands all the edges down, and it's all like file sounds and sounds of like him doing
machinery
it. It's
and
machinery
stuff,
and him doing it. And he doesn't show you extensively how much he shows you for a second him drilling something out, but he doesn't show you drilling out the entire hole.
Right.
But he's constantly moving the camera forward, and it's really good shots of close-ups of what he's doing. And then he shows you a completed project where this thing is redone, and it's amazing. And there's so much, I don't know, they're just so relaxing to watch. You just watch, you're just like, it's just relaxing. There's nothing in that is
right.
It's all 100%.
Nothing stressful.
It's 100% just spoon fed to you, and it's just not stressful at all. It just feel the stress just melts away as the guy files shit, and it's great. I really like it. I actually think it's pretty great. So yeah,
I guess I do watch. My wife watches like a true crime thing on YouTube.
Okay.
And sometimes I'll watch that with her. But other than that, it's funny because I was in my car and I had like a long wait. We were actually in an emergency room and there was like a 6-hour wait, and they wouldn't let me in the room, so I had to go wait in the car until they got Haley back.
Yeah,
and
you had said, yeah.
So I was like, I got this like long wait. I was sitting in the car. I don't want to fall asleep or anything, so I was like, I'll put a YouTube. I didn't even know what to put on. Like I
because
I pulled it up and I was like,
do, yeah.
So I had to go to Reddit and go to their documentaries subreddit to find something to watch and then like go from there.
And then you turned me on.
And then I turned you on to that
super
thing.
running documentary, the one where.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise it's just every once in a while I'll be like, I forgot how to tie a tie again.
All right, so Tom, we're gonna do something fun tonight. So my thought was, so I had mentioned on the show a couple times, talked about it a couple times.
Egg.
There's an egg there. Hold on, I'll put it on screen. I'm not gonna play it though, Ian. I'm just gonna show the egg. I'm just showing the egg. I'm not playing anything.
This is Ian's favorite video of all time.
He kept replaying the nudity.
Ian loves this video.
Everybody.
Hey guys, here's what you want to do. Post your favorite Front 242 video in the chat for Ian so he can watch it later.
This is the test audio we have to use every week.
We have to use it because you love it so much. Ian.
What if I use less than 10 seconds of it? Will that be okay?
No, I'm gonna shut it off. You can watch it on your own time, sir. Stop.
No, it's a perfect stop.
There you go.
Look, it's a perfect stop. He's mooning Ian.
Pays for my rent.
So anyway, I was talking. I want to say for the past 2 or 3 weeks, Tom.
Yep.
We've been talking on the show. It's come up, the Herman Cain Awards on Reddit.
Yeah.
It's come up. And when you look at the Herman Cain Awards on Reddit, very often what'll happen, if you're not familiar, I'll just explain it very quickly. Herman Cain Award is a subreddit where people will find people who have died or who are near death, probably on a ventilator at this point, or that got really close to death but recovered. And they look at their Facebook feeds or their Twitter feeds. I think it's mostly Facebook feeds. And they will look at these previous to them getting COVID and them during COVID. And then sometimes also they will take a picture of the GoFundMe after they die, because that's almost inevitably what happens. But they will take pictures of their Facebook feed to show you the anti-COVID vaccine memes that they were posting, the hard right Republican memes that they were posting, the racist memes that they were posting.
Jesus.
And then they'll show them on they'll show their post about how bad COVID sucks and how they're in the ICU now and how this and that. And some of them are really crazy and take you down some really crazy paths. But one of the things I noticed was I kept on seeing a lot of far right anti-COVID vaccine memes and things like that. And I thought to myself, Tom's probably never seen any of these. And I wanted to look at a bunch of these with Tom tonight. I took out all the images of all the people. So there's not, if
you're not going to have to look at that.
If they are any images of people or any of that stuff, it was something that they had shared. So the person who died, you're probably seeing, these are all taken from Herman Cain Awards. So I want to say that the people who posted these memes may be dead or they were very, very sick with COVID. So that's one thing that is true about the memes, but you won't see the person's name. They try to do that on the subreddit anywhere where they cut the name off, but I cut it completely out. So there's not even an image, right?
Okay.
They would just black out the name, but I cut it out completely. So that's not on there. They sometimes do share the other people's stuff and they won't censor that. So if you do see something that's not censored, it's because it was shared by a person who got sick or whatever, but it's not that person. So I'm going to show you. So I got to find it here. Hold on a second. Let me go to, so I need to open, let's see. It's the attached drive. This one.
We got a super chat from Corey. It says, haven't been able to donate to Cogdis in a while, glory hole.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Corey. That's so nice of you. So let's see. What is it in? It's on butt stuff, I think.
Bidet porn, non-bidet porn, partial bidet porn.
I think it's in bidet porn. That's it. Okay. All right. So there we go. Okay.
Partial bidet porn.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know. So anyway, let me, oh gosh, it called up on the wrong screen, didn't it? I got to do this. Sorry. Entertain people. Say something funny, Ian.
Something funny, Ian.
Oh, that's so cheap.
Yeah, but it works.
All right. I got it.
Oh my God.
All right. So this is the first one. Terribly clever, right, Tom?
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
I mean, isn't that clever? I mean, when you come right down to it, the cleverness just oozes off the page, right?
Yeah. Those knuckleheads over at the CDC.
I also, too, like that the CDC is the bad guy, right? Like that's they didn't do anything except for make recommendations. They weren't the one who researched this. These were private companies that made up this stuff. They're not the ones they're just the ones who just made recommendations.
Yeah, in terms of like the vaccine, you mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. The CDC had nothing to do. They do, like you said, they make recommendations based on, but they're the guys who like told us there was a fucking pandemic,
right? Yeah.
You know? Did they make some mistakes? Yeah, I think they did probably make some missteps and some mistakes.
Sure.
I think that's fairly well documented. But I'll tell you what, I'd rather have a CDC than not have a CDC.
I know. All right, next one. I'm going to read it because it's small. I'm going to zoom in. I'll zoom in. Let's see what happens if I zoom in.
Oh, my God.
So it's a picture from Walking Dead when it's 2024 and you were the only one who didn't take the vaccine. And so
we're all going to be zombies?
Who's the one that didn't take the vaccine, though? Like, it's so fucking stupid.
That's seriously insanely stupid.
So fucking stupid.
I have to laugh. I know you're just showing me these memes, but like, knowing that the guy that posted that later caught COVID.
I know, right? Right.
Like,
and that's the thing.
I'm the hero of this tale.
But every one of these is like that, right? Every single one of these, there's a little Schadenfreude. Is that how you say that? Schadenfreude? Yeah. There's a little of that in there. Where you look at this and you think, but you got sick.
You fucking.
That doesn't. Anyway, next. Oh, wait, can I do this?
Oh, if it's zoomed, will it not let you like
will.
Tab over the next one? That's a good feature.
Well, I think you don't understand public health.
Yeah, I can guarantee.
That might be the problem here.
Also, the part of that answer, like there's so many answers.
There's
to
so
that
many
question.
answers to that.
There's so many questions. Like
compromised.
I don't
Kids.
want. Yeah. I don't want other people to get it. I don't want additional variants to be created.
There's so many.
How do I know you aren't the one that's going to fucking incubate the next fucking awful variant?
Shitty variant.
Right?
Or
someone's that guy.
Yeah. And then there's also just the fact that you're protecting people who physically can't get the shot.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, you might be someone I care about.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know?
exactly, right?
Like, this is some rando, but like, what if you're somebody I care about?
And they might have a liberal relative.
Well, I found out yesterday, the day before, that my niece, actually, my brother's daughter, is not vaccinated and is not going to get vaccinated. Jesus. She's just that their family that like my brother did, but they're not. They're not getting vaccinated. And I'm like,
that's fucking stupid.
So stupid.
It's so stupid.
So like, why do you care? I don't know, because you might be my fucking niece.
There's a multitude of reasons.
My friend literally just posted that previous one too, which is
really.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Such a like. I'm like, oh.
This
God.
one I looked at Tom and I fucking like a dog. I turned my head. I don't get it.
You realize the vax is the variant?
I genuinely like fucking turned my head. Like, what does that even mean? There's 5 or 6 of these in here that I don't even understand what you're trying to get at.
That is the right face to make, though, because he looks fucking baffled. That guy, the face of that meme is like, the fuck does this meme mean?
Also, this is going to be one common thread is this.
Memes for the extreme.
This guy sharing, or a bunch of people sharing these memes for the extreme. It's time. They're burning a mask and 15 days to slow the spread. Well, that's because you didn't wear the mask in the first place, man.
I love it. It's like, it didn't work. You didn't do it. Well, it didn't work.
But it didn't work.
Fucking
idiot.
It's like, hey, you know, if you cut some calories and work out, you'll be able to build some more muscle. Fast forward. Did you do any of those things? No, I did not, and I am not any stronger.
I'm not any stronger. Huh.
Really?
Really? That's crazy.
That's nuts how that works.
We know that this shit does work is fucking Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, right.
Like they went on lockdowns and shit like that, and they've prevented. You know, Australia could be the fucking United States. They got plenty of yahoos down there.
They certainly do.
And now they're protesting, right?
I know.
But they got plenty of yahoos down there. They could have easily, but they did a good job of stifling that. And New Zealand did as well. And they did I know that they're different than the United States. Yeah. I got it. I understand. The tiny island nation versus, you know, I'm not talking about Australia. I'm talking about New Zealand here. I know
population-wise, it's
population. But Australia is not a tiny place.
No.
But New Zealand is small in comparison, and they did a good job of locking it down. But genuinely, like, these things do work. And they worked in New York. They worked in places where there was a very significant lockdown.
Also, you can't really measure how bad something would have been if you didn't
even try it.
Right?
Yeah.
So people wore masks. Some people did. Some people didn't. too many people didn't.
Yeah.
But all the evidence, if you just look at the fucking graphs, all the evidence does show that it did slow.
Yeah.
Slow and stop aren't the same thing.
And that's the thing, is that's the problem. And that's why they're very cautious of the vaccine too, is because the vaccine doesn't 100% prevent people from getting COVID.
Yeah. I actually only do things that are 100% effective.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do anything ever.
What did we get here, Ian? I saw, we can't read it, but you can post it.
Yeah, Lincoln was saying, to me, the scariest thing is that the memes over time can slowly push and affirm people's beliefs and biases.
Yeah.
And among my peers of 19-year-olds, I think the misinformation is rampant and strong.
Yeah, I think so. And they're absolutely right. These aren't, these are made to get a reaction. They're made to, this is why social media is, kind of nefarious, is because it's made to get a reaction. It's made to cause that same reaction in someone else. It's not made to get you to think about it. Yeah. It's made to, and that's, it's a political cartoon. It's perfect.
Yeah. Memes are even faster than a headline.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you spend less time processing them.
I love the name of this place. Cowboy Up is the name of the place that was sharing it. For the liberals, this is, so he's just basically saying, like, these are Amish people, and they're saying, why hasn't COVID affected us? Because we have a TV. That's also false, and there's a fact check on theirs, because the Amish community was hit by COVID.
Yeah, they've been,
and they're anti-vax.
And it's funny because I looked this up. I was curious about this the other day, just randomly. I thought, I wonder if they were able to self-isolate as a community. I didn't know if they used vaccines or not.
They don't use vaccines.
And it fucking has run roughshot.
It's awful.
It's fucking devastating.
That's why there's that's why there's a C notice at the bottom of this thing.
Fucking knuckleheads.
And the comment at the top is, are you that blind you cannot see history is repeating itself? #wake up. Horrific truth is, if people were told to get into boxcars and taken to virus protection camps, many of them would rush to get in line. That is a truth bomb.
There's so much wrong.
I know.
But
I know. Well, first off, the very first thing is, you have no idea what oppression is, because every time they try to compare this to something, they always compare to it something that's so extreme and you're just like, yeah, dude, we're just suggesting you get a vaccine.
I know. I also, there's an implication in these things that the Jews were complicit or willing to get in these boxes. Like they were forced by violence and beatings and guns
murdered
and dogs. Like, it's not like they were like, "Rippity-doo, let's get in the boxcar. Sounds like a great plan."
I know. It's
you tricked me when I got here. That's not what happened.
It's such a shitty thing to say.
So shitty.
It's so shitty. It's shitty on so many levels.
You could spend a day unpacking it. All right,
this one is fucking super racist. This is just a racist one. It's not a COVID meme. It's just super racist. It's just unbelievably fucking racist that I found, and I was like, holy shit, is that fucking racist?
I read that and I'm like, that guy's dead.
Yeah, you kind of shrug.
One guy who shared this.
Shrug, man. Because,
sorry.
Because
you're going to share shit like this and now you're dead and I'm going to feel what?
And what's crazy to me is there's so much that Facebook doesn't allow. And there's so much that people get, like, Facebook vacations or whatever they call when they get like
you get
for a couple of days.
Facebook.
Somebody can't read it. Let me read it. Minneapolis.
No, don't. No, okay, fine.
I have to read it because they're asking, and it's a terrible meme. I got to read it. It says, Minneapolis, we're going to rename the stretch of the street for George Floyd. And then the person says, is it a dead end? And then they show George Floyd's face. So that's what it says. Yeah, no, it's super fucking awful. It's genuinely terrible. And someone here says, I've seen way worse George Floyd memes. Yeah, sure. I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
But
Steven Crowder's live stream.
I'm shocked though that something like this could be circulated.
But weirdly racist, overtly racist shit.
It gets fun. It's fine.
It's like you can't show a titty.
Yeah.
But you can be like, I hate this entire class of human beings.
It's unbelievable.
But I don't want to show a nipple.
All right, I'm gonna take this off. It's disgusting. Yeah, this one is just one of those ones where you read it and it says, I'll be honest, until last year I had no idea how many were brainwashed, how many would defend lies even when shown the truth, how few had common sense, and how many were just plain stupid. And you think,
yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah, again, Cecil, I can't help it. I'm like, yeah, but I win.
Yeah, also like
I'm alive.
Show me your one real expert.
Right.
I'm willing to listen to your expert. Do you
Yeah.
got one?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, is it One American News Network?
Right.
No, hard pass.
Or is it a weird coalition of demon sperm doctors?
Demon sperm doctors know what they're talking about. They got a lab coat on, Tom. This is another racist one. If you voted for Biden, just keep in mind, talking about KKK as his Democrats pushing the mask mandate since 1860. Clever. Again, this is another Republican meme. This has nothing to do with COVID. It just shows a difference between Trump and Biden at their two different places where they were at. And you're like, yeah, no kidding. That's because a bunch of people didn't want to go out and hang out with a bunch of other people who had COVID during the election season. Also, like, I voted for Biden, but I don't need to be there to support him in person.
Yeah, he's not a fucking rock star.
Never consider doing it. It doesn't.
I don't consider politics a live event.
The first black man was elected president, and I don't know if he was at or if they threw a big thing that happened the night of the election of Barack Obama.
Yeah.
But I had just moved back downtown to Chicago, and I was blocks away from that. And there was a bunch of people in the street, and I looked at Sarah one point. I'm like, "You want to go out?" And she's like, "Not really." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess not." I'm like, "He's not it's not like he's not a superstar. He's a guy who's going to do a job for me."
Yeah, well, he's not going to sing a song. It's not like Barack Obama in the fucking band.
I understood why people were out there. They probably just weren't out there because of
But they're
him.
celebrating.
They were celebrating
a historical moment.
And I get it.
Yeah.
And I get it. But even then, I couldn't be motivated to do it. Why on earth would I ever go to a political? There's no reason. I do a politics podcast mostly, and I would never go to a political rally. It just doesn't.
Also, like, you don't know what those two events were. One is like a bus, like the Biden-Harris bus.
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't even know if they're on that bus.
Yeah.
It could be in like Dubuque or something.
I know, it's just a bus.
Yeah, they could be like stop for gas, taking a quick photo shoot. I fucking hate the internet. The same snakes that are selling the panic are selling the cure.
Clever.
The cure's free. It's fucking free. It's literally
I know,
free.
Tom. I know,
you can
dude. I know.
You could just go get as many as you want. They're all free.
And also, like there is no real panic. Like, what are you talking about panic? There's no panic. Nobody out there is freaking out. Everybody's just like, man, you guys are stupid.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Why wouldn't you wear a mask in here? That's dumb. Why are you being so obstinate? Why are you yelling at me?
Right.
There's no panic. I haven't seen anybody like doing the throw your arms over your head like olive oil and run down the street.
I'll tell you what I have seen. Like, I have seen anti-maskers beat the hell out of people.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they attack the hostess at Carmine's.
Yeah, Carmine's.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the opposite.
Yeah.
Maybe it's happened, but I have not seen video of like, put your mask on, and somebody like trying to put a mask on somebody else and fighting them for it.
Yeah.
They kick them out of places.
Sure.
They're like, you can't
just
be
go.
here.
Yeah, the worst they
private
do is say,
property.
just go away.
Right.
This one says, I'm wearing this mask to keep the viruses out. And the guy says, I'm building this fence to keep the mosquitoes out of my yard.
Yeah.
It's also missing context too, right? Yeah, the context is, dumbass, it's not the fucking virus that they're trying to stop. It's the spittle that carries the virus off your face.
I remember in the very beginning of the pandemic when there was real, does a mask work, doesn't not work, right? In the very, very beginning. And one of the things that I remember reading was like, these viruses are way too small to be trapped by a mask. And I remember thinking, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And then a little later on, it was like, well, actually, it's carried on respiratory droplets. And those are, of course, orders of magnitude larger. And I was like, oh, okay, that also makes sense.
Right.
So it's like, wow, when you get more information, you revise your fucking thinking.
Suddenly, 23 stab wounds, rattlesnake bite, 6 bullet holes, and half his torso is missing. What do you think, Ducky? It's clearly COVID-19, Jethro. I don't know. Are those their names in the show? Because that clearly
Ian,
looks
is this
like,
a reference to something?
that looks like the guy from that show, that one of those CSIs or something, or Jag, or
Does anyone in the chat know? What are we missing? Who's Ducky and
who's
Jethro?
Ducky and Jethro? Is that
The fuck is that?
NCIS
Gotta be
reference?
some boomer shit. Oh, NCIS.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's
knew it
definitely
was-
You're not
boomer
wrong.
shit.
That's some boomer shit.
It's fine.
That's like some CBS shit.
I don't get this one. I just genuinely
CBS.
don't get this one.
Why did the flu disappear?
Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries, we asked, why did the flu disappear? I genuinely 100%. If you're asking why there wasn't a big push to get people vaccinated for flu, it's because we were already socially distant and wearing masks.
Or are they asking like, because we had we had a record low, the lowest ever flu season.
That's not an unsolved mystery. It's because people were socially distant and not around each other and not in the office and not riding the train.
And fucking home, man.
Like, that's why. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious.
What the fuck?
That's not an unsolved mystery.
Yeah, that's
like the least unsolved mystery.
That's the most obvious shit possible. Hey, man, I haven't had a cold since 2019.
I know, right? Yeah.
Because I haven't been around anybody
else.
I'm not getting a fucking cold working out of my basement on a Zoom call.
If that's what they're saying, but that's a stretch even to understand what they're getting. This is one of those Biden memes. They're saying gas prices high and it's a decade, worst jobs report in 2 decades, highest inflation. And then there's also something covered up from partly false information. But yeah, they hate Biden. They really hate Biden. So that's another thing. Dear Facebook, it's not your job to fact check posts. You're a platform, not a publisher. Sign everyone on Facebook. And then there's like
there you go.
symbol of Facebook.
Yeah, the Nazis were great about fact checking. That was their thing. The Nazis were infamous for their fact checking. That's what we know them for.
You're looking through the paper. They're like, 9! Oh, God, it's amazing.
Oh, my God.
We have to do
also, you're only butthurt when somebody...
Nazi fact checker.
I guess the grammar Nazis were.
If there were 3 fact checker Nazis, was it the third right? Third right.
Oh, super clever.
Ian chiming in.
I love it.
Not
also, like, you're only like butthurt when somebody fact checks you when you were wrong about your
100%
facts.
wrong, right?
And you can't handle it.
Okay, this one is a pill called hydroxychloroquine. It says on it, destroys lockdown, destroys big pharma. It's sold by big pharma. Destroys vaccines. I don't know what that destroys. Bill Gates. Like Bill Gates is getting pegged by a giant. A giant hydroxychloroquine. Take that, Bill.
God damn, destroy Bill Gates.
Destroy that shit. Destroys the Dems. Destroys contact tracing. I don't even understand that. What by... What does that even mean? And then destroys fake news MSM. That's clever. God, the guy who sat down to Photoshop to make that one. Man. Woo!
What? He really did.
You wasted your day.
He really did a nice job making the words look fuzzy.
Amazing, Tom.
What a fascinating name on the 5. Oh, are you fucking serious? It says Delta on the 5G power antenna.
5G power antenna.
Are you suggesting that the Delta variant is 5?
Yeah. Someone saying MSM. I think they mean mainstream media when they say that, guys. So, yeah.
Oh my God, I don't want to live here anymore.
All right. How did you survive the coronavirus, Dad? I went to work without my mask and built up antibodies because that's how our immune system
That's
works.
Literally not how our immune systems work.
That's 100% not how it works. In fact, the antibodies, aren't those the thing that kill you? Like you get a cytokine storm or something like that? Or
It can, but antibodies are the body's natural defense that are produced when you get a vaccination. So, but it's not like you build up a little. It's not like pumping weights. Right. It's not like you go outside and you get like a little bit of COVID, and then your body's like, oh, I'm a little stronger today. You go out and you probably just got COVID.
You just get COVID and you get really sick.
Like maybe you get super duper fucking lucky and you get like a whiff of the COVIDs.
It's not like you drive the train every day and you're like, man, I drove this train for 12 days. Now I'm 100% immune to COVID.
Right. Yeah. What is that?
Here's Fauci inside of one of those, I don't know, those
telefortune things.
Yeah, fortune teller things. Tells a different story every time someone puts some money in it. He's in it for the money. That's what he's in it for.
A lot of doctors who've dedicated their lives to public service and public health are in it for the dough.
Yeah. He never told you about the virus. Would you even know it existed? Answer honestly. Yes, I know a couple people that died from it and several people that had it. So yeah, 100%.
But also like, if I didn't rely on the media, I would only know the things that happened anecdotally to the people around
me, right?
I would have, like, I wouldn't know of anything. Like, I wouldn't know that there was an earthquake in Haiti. I wouldn't know that we had a fucking row with France over the building of submarines and selling them to fucking Australia. Without the media, you don't know anything except for like what happened in your house today.
Yeah.
I would be like, hey, what happened in the news? I ran out of Cheerios.
It's what happened on in the 40 acres around you.
Right.
That's what you get to know.
Fuck it, that's a really stupid thing.
Very much. Stone Banana says what, Ian?
My money is on the next cure being Genshin Violet. I don't know, some
Being what?
anime shit.
Oh.
Genshin Violet. Who knows?
I don't know what that is.
Stone Banana, please.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's antiseptic. But it could be anime.
What? He's like, it's an anime antiseptic.
It's antiseptic.
All right.
Debated.
Oh, that's clever. Mommy, why aren't we wearing masks? Because bullshit comes in through your ears, honey, not your mouth.
And they're making peanut butter sandwiches. They look so happy, don't they?
Nobody's been that happy making a peanut butter sandwich.
This is fucking racist.
Oh, that's great.
I
That's
support
great.
all ghetto businesses 100%. Will buy food stamps, stolen clothes, bootleg DVDs, and barbecue plates. I don't even know what that means.
Do barbecue the plate?
Here's what's crazy is look at where it's from.
Funniest memes, quotes, and videos.
That's
Racism's
so
hilarious.
Fucking racist. It's so shitty and racist. And then you think, but that's not. First, it's not funny. But then, like, that's what they named their site. Another racist one.
I love that these guys are dead, though.
Yeah, Juneteenth, the day the Republicans and the Union Army freed the remaining slaves from Democrat slave owners. And again, there's like a C notice. Hey guys, that's not how. That's actually not. Yeah. So
Also, like
they flipped parties. Parties flipped.
So, but we'll forget that part.
yeah.
We don't want to remember all of history.
Yeah. Not one COVID vax is FDA approved. Not one. They're all experimental on you. And my favorite part of this is the guy. I did leave this guy in. He says sheeps. Sheep is plural. Sheep. Sheeps.
Actually, I believe it's sheep eye.
Sheeps. I love that so much. Sheeps. But then my favorite part too is like the fact check below literally says, yeah, it's got an emergency youth authorization. And now it 100% doesn't. This was posted in March, so.
So are they saying then that they explicitly trust the FDA?
Right. Because if you do, then you would change your mind.
So I want this to be FDA approved. Why? Well, because I explicitly trust the FDA. Well, the FDA has approved it using this special kind of authorization. I don't trust that version of the FDA.
Right.
Or like, do you now trust it?
Because it's moving the goalpost.
Because it was always never the case.
It was always going to move the goalpost.
Right.
100% going to move the goalpost. If mandating vaccines was actually about health, then why not mandate healthy eating? Why not mandate exercise? Because it's not about health. It's about money, power, and control by the... Well, I hate how this is underlined. It's so annoying.
Yeah, that's really obnoxious.
By the way, they force medical intervention with an extremely harmful product. Here's the thing, man. It's about public health. I just genuinely do not get these people who keep saying these same things that are like private health decisions on whether or not, like I fucking had a Reuben earlier. I know it's not good for me. I know it's not
great for
health food. I know it's not like, oh man, I'm going to have fucking Reuben for every meal of my life because it's a perfect, don't get me wrong, it's a perfect sandwich. But
it
it's
is
not
the perfect sandwich.
But it's not, you're 100% right,
Yes.
Tom. I'm not going to argue with that. And chat's wrong if they disagree.
Anybody that doesn't like a Reuben is a
You're
bad
just
person.
100% a terrible person. But anyway, like it's a personal health choice, right? I made a bad personal
But
health
if you
choice.
eat a Reuben, it doesn't impact me. I can't catch Reuben-esqueness.
That is great. That's what I'm going to say from now on when I eat it. We all be more Reuben-esque. That's perfect. I got vaccinated, but if you get vaccinated, my vaccination will work gooder. What about the people? And again, this is memes for the extreme. Again, I told you that was popular. But what about the people who can't get it? What about the kids? There's so many kids that can't get it. There's so many kids.
Yep. It's about like 20. I think it was like 25 million kids that aren't eligible.
There's so many kids
right now. But it's like
and people that I know that are immunocompromised.
But also, that is how vaccinations work.
That is how
because that's how herd immunity works.
Right. Yeah.
A vaccine. Like, my vaccine does, in a way, work gooder if everybody else is vaccinated, too.
Yeah.
That's
exactly how you're right.
Yeah, Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph, you're right.
That's it.
Cheers. What does it say, Ian?
Insane Atheist said most alcohol is not FDA approved.
Really?
There you go.
I don't know how true that is. That true?
I don't know.
I don't want to.
I mean,
can somebody fact check us?
Is it? I have no idea if that's accurate or not.
Well, interesting. That would be interesting. I guess maybe because they're not in the business of approving it because it's not a drug.
Well, they would be. I guess. Do they approve foods?
Probably is a drug.
But do they approve
Food
food?
and drug.
Like, do they
Food.
approve?
I guess
Drug
it's food.
administration.
Celery?
Do they approve celery?
Okay,
Yeah.
so the FDA doesn't approve tobacco products because there's no such thing as a safe tobacco product. So the FDA's safe and effective standard for evaluating medical products is not appropriate for tobacco products, and it also applies to alcohol products. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
that
no
makes sense.
safe
It's fucking poison.
Yeah.
alcohol.
Stone Banana says accidental cell phone with Ralph. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yeah. Well, it's funny though because they made it look stupid so that
Right.
you automatically feel like the other side is stupid.
Right.
Yeah.
How about passports and mandatory QR codes for pedophiles and rapists? Oh, that's right.
They already have a fucking. They
There's
already have a fucking list that you have to
There's
sign
a
up.
registry.
There's already a registry. Like
Why do I need a QR code? I'm not scanning people's.
how
what?
crazy would it be to be like, are you a pedophile? I gotta get my and scan you like you're a head of lettuce at the fucking supermarket.
The thing is, like, if somebody was a pedophile or a rapist and they got on an airplane and they sat next to me, I'm probably going to be okay.
Yeah,
now, I don't want them
right.
anywhere near me. Don't get me wrong.
But at the same
like,
point,
they're not
they're not
contagious.
that's the thing. Is
Do you
it's
not understand what
they just
contagion
don't
is?
Get it? This is what I hate too. A lot of these will say this "wake up" or like making sense.
That is
now.
the best spelling of guinea pig I've ever seen.
It's a goonie pig. Pardon me. Would you like to buy a goonie pig?
Don't be a guinea pig.
That's a goonie pig. So anyway, yeah, this is I don't know. Vaccinated
like they
people are
didn't read
dying from
past
the
the
Delta
comma.
variant, but in small numbers.
Yeah,
They didn't
I
read
don't
the
understand
comma.
this.
Yeah, they didn't read comma. They stopped at comma. Yeah. Deep down, you know this is unnecessary and cruel. I don't know.
I don't know.
The thing is that kids don't even care, man.
My kids are in school. They wear masks.
They 100%.
They literally don't care.
100% don't.
My
care.
son takes a fucking selfie of himself and posts it on Instagram in his mask like every morning.
all the time.
Because he thinks he looks cool in his mask.
because he looks like a ninja. I would have loved it. Terrified of corona, then stay in your house, but stop demanding your neighbors live in the same fear that you choose for yourself. Can I hear an amen?
Coming from a Republican in Texas who almost certainly has a gun.
I mean, like, dude, that's not how public health works, man.
Right.
Like, just figure it out. That's not how contagious shit works, dummy.
Why is the amen in quotes too?
Can I hear
We
an
got
amen?
Baron.
Oh yeah, Baron.
We got from
Go ahead.
Baron. Yes, Guinness pig.
Guinness
perhaps?
pig. It's
that what it is?
Guinness pig.
Hey, Guinness is opening their second tap room in the country in Chicago.
I heard about that. Yeah,
We are
excited.
going.
Yeah. And also, when I had a Guinness overseas,
It was amazing.
It was very good.
Yeah.
When did the school boards and the CDC become so damn powerful? How do you determine how you raise your children? The school boards literally decide so many things for your child, dude.
School
So
boards
many things.
decide, but they only make decisions as related to your children in school.
Yeah.
Like, so they're still making decisions about your children as related to how they go to school and what they do when they're there.
Yeah.
That's why they're the school board. They don't come
Tom?
to your house.
Since when, Tom?
Since literally always. What else would the job entail?
I don't know.
Who else would be driving at school?
I don't know, man. 1 in 3 people with COVID are asymptomatic, so get vaccinated. It will protect you from the virus you don't know you have by lessening the symptoms you haven't got. Memes for the
But
extreme.
according to this,
yeah.
2/3,
Even
66.666
according to this,
repeating
yeah.
forever
Yeah.
percent.
Those people do have symptoms.
Right.
Yeah. And some of those symptoms are horrifying.
Right.
Some of those symptoms are terrible. Where, there's some of these people on the, there's one person who didn't die that was on the Herman Cain Award that I found out that they now everything smells like rancid garbage to them.
Oh, I had
said a
I had
friend.
lunch.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
lunch with a coworker.
Yeah.
And like we sat outside and we're having lunch. It's a business lunch, and she had gotten COVID, God, more than a year ago now. And she said, yeah, everything smells like burning sulfur. Every single thing smells like burning sulfur. Doesn't matter. She's like, she just orders whatever's cheap on the menu. She used to be such a foodie. Such a foodie.
God,
it was such an important part of her life.
That's so sad.
And now everything she said everything tastes like chewing.
fuck, dude.
So she just orders whatever's cheap and like whatever isn't going to have a lot of odor because everything just smells like sulfur. And that's life now. That's not going to probably go away. Or at least there's no reason
And
to
that's
think
the thing
at
is
this
like, okay, well, 1 in 3 people are fine, but then you have what? How many % chance of getting that shitty thing, which isn't going to kill you, but it's going to make you miserable.
Or a 600% higher chance to have permanent erectile dysfunction.
Neat.
That's cool. Hey, what does everything taste like? Sulfur, and I can't fuck. So I'm going to kill myself.
Hey, there's other ways to fucking. You can go to adamandeve.com and use code GLORY.
And they have new burning sulfur oils that you can. Well, anyway.
All right, sure, I'll take the vaccine. Just mail it to me. My health and safety is too important to show up in person. Just like mailing and voting, safe, secure, and honest. Just mail it to me. I'll give myself the shot and send the paperwork back saying I'm vaccinated. You all trust me, right? God, this is the worst.
That's the worst. But also, genuinely, here's the thing. These people have no idea how the mail-in voting works. They genuinely think that if you just send a ballot to anybody can fill it out and not sign it and then send it back, and they don't check the signature.
And they don't check it against registered voters.
Or the signature or any. They don't do any of that
No.
work. No, that's not. It's just like fucking. You shoot a fucking marble at me with a slingshot, and I shoot it back at you.
And I'll tell you what, if we could mail vaccines to people, it would be a great way to reach certain people who have limited access.
Yeah.
They have to get stored cold.
Yeah.
So you can't do it. But if you could, I would support that because I want vaccines in people.
I'll just read this. It says, I don't need to justify my refusal. You just need to prove your right to force me. It's been proven 100 times that, a million times.
we have a right
zero times for your side.
They have a right to force people to do all kinds. If you want to work at a construction site, you have to wear a hard hat.
Yeah.
Drive a car, you have to wear a safety belt.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here with your silly ass
You gotta
nonsense.
fucking wear shoes if you're in a kitchen.
Right.
Yeah. Also, by the way, this was posted on August 1st of this year. That's why I left the thing up here. And look at when it was from. Right? And so they're specifically using data from January 1st to March 30th of 2020 to show you the global deaths for coronavirus. But right now we're over 1 million. Well over 1 million, aren't we? Like we're 700,000 in the United States alone.
Oh yeah, globally, I don't even know what the
globally
number is.
we're in a huge.
Yeah,
and
it's a massive number.
And again, this is you're just like, okay, yeah, great, but and then I love at the bottom the abortions is my favorite part at the bottom. Isn't that great?
And I don't even have any idea if any of those numbers are even
I don't
true.
know either, but I'm
Right?
just saying,
Yeah.
like, look at the dates, and that'll
Right.
tell you how off it is.
It doesn't matter.
Even if
Right.
they were right for those dates,
Well,
it doesn't matter.
Also, those other numbers don't accelerate exponentially.
Exponentially, right?
Because
Yeah.
they're not contagious.
yeah.
Obviously, Facebook doesn't want us sharing knowledge and testimonies of better health and natural way. They warn against God's remedies while pushing poison from the pit.
And this is the remedies. So these are just a bunch of remedies that they're talking about. This person says, please research cytokine storm and stay away from the hospitals. It's not freaking COVID. But please put your body's natural immune system, or put your body.
But please your body. They don't even put.
But please your body's natural immune system. Please it? I don't
Please
know.
it. And if you want to please your body's natural immune system, you head over to adamandeve.com.
They say zinc D3, so you get the D 3 times, and then and if you want to get the D 3 times, you go to adamandeve.com. Vitamin C. And so this is the other thing too, elderberry and echinacea. That's what I love too, because a lot of these also will have long comment threads, Tom, where people will, someone says, Insane Atheist says 4.55 million deaths globally so far.
God damn.
So yeah, I mean, like that number is pathetic in comparison to everything else that they put up. That number has blown it all away in a year and a half. These all also have, like, when people will say, I'm in the hospital, and they don't trust doctors, right, to go in.
Right.
But they did go to the hospital. But now they're asking for things that these nutcases suggest. Like, I think I need a massive dose of echinacea, or I need this massive dose
They're
of
like,
zinc.
we don't have echinacea because we're a hospital.
Well, then they'll just say, no, that's not going to do
Right.
anything. Like, that's not how medicine works. You have no idea what you're talking about. They'll be like, I want the ivermectin. They're like, no, we're not going to give that to you because it's stupid.
Right.
That doesn't work. Or they'll say, I want hydroxychloroquine. Or they'll ask, and there's these long comment threads where they'll say, like, they'll tell people what to do or how to to ask at the hospital. And the hospital's like, I'm not doing that. Like,
No,
I'm
right.
here to save your life. And saving your life entails these 5 steps that we know are proven to at least hopefully save people that are in as dire a situation as you. And people are fighting back. And it's crazy to me that you even went to the hospital because you 100% don't trust them.
Yeah.
And then when you go there, you question their decision. You're just like, why did you go there? And it's because they were panicked.
Yeah.
They were dying.
Yeah, because they're scared. Because who goes to the? Have you been overnight hospitalized? I think we talked about that. Never. I have never been overnight hospitalized.
I've never been sick enough where I thought I had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
So you must be real fucking sick. You gotta be real fucking sick.
Because
man.
the only thing I can compare it to is I had meningitis and that laid me out for 2
Yeah.
weeks and they sent me home.
They sent you home.
So to go overnight?
Yeah, that's fucking A. This is great. This is so fucking self-aware wolves. If giving free shots is for the health of the nation, why aren't they giving away free insulin and chemo? Amen, brother.
I would like us to do that.
Amen.
Let's go.
Praise Jesus.
Can I get an amen?
They're so close.
I know.
You're just like, I just want to give you a little shove. Soon you'll be with me for nationalized health care. Yeah,
we should do that.
Yeah, we should. I agree.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly. This one is weird because it's just like,
okay, and y'all still don't see it. Vaccine cards, mandatory vaccines, and emergency food supply in Costco. Y'all, this is not to put fear in anyone, but when was the last time you shopped anywhere and saw anything like this? They're not putting this out there just because, I promise.
Costco shells that shit all the time.
Everything at Costco is in the biggest pot.
Yeah.
I went to Costco, Cecil. I bought a literal gallon of Jardinera.
Yeah.
That is a lifetime supply of Jardinera.
Yeah, because you threw it out a year later.
Yeah, because I hadn't eaten any of it.
Yeah, I need it.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh, this is just a dumb reading Fauci's emails after being called crazy and losing friends for over a year and suggesting he's a fraud. Trust the science has always been a code for trust the state. And they're using this very
Shutterstock guy.
This very sweet guy who got super famous as a meme. He gives a talk on TED Talk about how he was just doing modeling stuff. He has he's like a scientist or a doctor or something. He did a whole career and then he just started doing these modeling shots for Shutterstock. And he felt so good because everybody was sharing his face all over. And he's like, it's just a really clever, anyway.
They said it in the chat, but it's Hide the Pain Herald.
Hide the Pain Herald is his, anyway.
Name.
Making a mask mandatory after 2 months of a pandemic is like putting a condom on after she's already pregnant. Well, if she can get pregnant worse.
If she could get less pregnant from it, then maybe.
Yeah. Right. If putting the condom on after, it's like, can we go reversies?
Well, let's just pretend that the condom has an attached coat hanger to it. Then maybe. Let's work on this analogy, guys.
Yeah. I love that because it's like, just let it fly.
I know.
Whatever.
It's 100%. And that's the thing you're going to see is this callousness in a lot of these.
Yeah, it's like
there's a super callousness. It's like, I do care that these people died, but they don't care about anybody else.
Yeah. It'd be like, you got a little small kitchen fire. We could put that out. Or, hear me out on this. Walk out of the house and let the fire take control.
Exactly.
So wait, are we not doing My Body, My Choice?
We talked about this on the show, but it's like,
bad analogy.
bad analogy. Public health versus private health again. Let's see. You want to read this one, Tom?
Yeah, I'm exempt from wearing a face mask because I say so. I don't want to. I don't need anybody's permission to breathe freely, regardless of what works for a bunch of politicians I never voted for, scribbled on some pieces of paper.
You do a lot of things for that, dude. You already do so much of your life for politicians you didn't vote for. They've already made rules that you have to follow. Anyway.
I actually only follow the rules of the politicians I specifically
voted for. Yeah, that's very true.
If other people breathing freely scares you, wrap yourself in bubble wrap and stay inside forever. My freedom doesn't end where your fear begins.
That's not how public health works, man. Like we stop people from getting sick, period. That's how it works.
But if you don't, you get Idaho.
Well,
you
exactly.
get Idaho.
Yeah.
That's not getting better.
What is this saying?
They don't know sex ed either. Shock.
They love the Joker, too. Again, wake up at the top. Imagine a vaccine so safe, You didn't have to be threatened to take it. What?
You have to be.
You have to be threatened to take it. Sorry. You have to be threatened to take it. And for a disease so deadly, you have to be tested to know you have it. And then there's a frog drinking a
there's
champagne
Pepe
glass.
frog.
I think.
Well, it's supposed to be Pepe, but I think it. Well, first of all, we reclaimed Pepe, so fuck
We
that.
did.
Is he drinking
But
it?
yes,
Wait.
but that might be the Groiper frog slightly.
Oh Jesus!
Like
I
there's
don't know what's
another
happening.
right-wing frog that's.
I don't know. They love the Joker though.
But it is Pepe.
They love the Joker. This is one I just saw and I was like, what the fuck? I may seem okay, but deep down inside, I'm waiting for someone to swing on me to see if I still got it. And this guy put, I wish a motherfucker would. And it got 4 likes.
And are those Confederate flags up by his name?
Yeah, no, we're going to see a couple of Confederate things from this guy.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
Pretty sad when CDC put on your paperwork that you died from COVID-19 when you actually died from a heart attack or other illnesses.
We talked about this earlier, but genuinely, this is on a showpiece that we did. But like Tom mentioned, if you're a hemophiliac and you get shot and you bleed out. Yeah, you died probably faster because you're hemophiliac, but you died because of the bullets.
Right.
The same thing as from all the comorbidities and other things. It's like, yeah, you might have died from something else, but the COVID's really fucking... The COVID did a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence.
The analogy I always use is like, you have a boat. It says capacity 2 people.
Yeah.
A third person jumps in the boat and the boat sinks. Who sank the boat?
Yeah.
It wasn't the first 2 people.
All right, I think we've seen this before. This one is about illegals, untested illegal aliens because they don't like them. This one I didn't understand here. Pro tip: when a billionaire says that they want to depopulate the world through the use of, I think, vaccines,
You don't line up.
you don't line up to take. I mean, who said that? Like, why would they say that?
They think they've got some weird smoking gun evidence that like Bill Gates has said he wants to Why? What would Bill Gates? Rich people want more people.
This is
More people buy more of their
I know.
shit.
It doesn't make any sense. This is about Obama's birthday party. Why doesn't CDC cancel Obama's birthday party? Obama's birthday party was held outside with a bunch of people that were vaccinated that proved that they were vaccinated, of course.
He also scaled it back after
yeah.
criticism.
Yeah. Here's this one. It says, if you're outside today, please remember that sunscreen only works if other people wear theirs too. Winky face. Isn't that clever?
That is so
Isn't that super clever?
That's very, very good.
They do this a lot.
They think they got it, though, man.
They got it, man. They're like, oh, man.
I'm dunking on that shit. And you're like,
They'll
you
line up
are
to
not.
dunk. This is just one of those racist ones. Yeah.
All right, 0.0% chance you'll die from COVID, yet they are pushing the vaccine like you have a 90% chance of a death sentence. Yes, people have died, but more people have died from the flu. Not even remotely true.
Yeah,
None of
not
those
true.
numbers are true.
Yeah.
You want to wear a mask, go for it. You want the vaccine, do it. But don't mean I have to. There's a hidden agenda. The government is pushing fear and division for a purpose. Talks of deduction from your paycheck if you're non-vaccinated. What? Government stripping non-vaccinated people of basic freedom. CDC keeps flip-flopping and keeps showing by their confusion of masks work, vaccines work. Oh, wait, no, none of it works. To vaccinated people are the super spreaders spreading the Delta. I mean, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. If you don't like my stance, that's fine, but I like freedom. I will not allow my freedom to be stripped. We the people need to stand up, open your eyes, wake up.
Wake up. Put on a little makeup.
Wow.
There you go.
Punctuation's pretty good though.
Oh, it was excellent, Ian.
Yeah.
It was very, very good.
Here we go. Slavery with a mask on.
Actually,
clever.
exactly the same thing.
It's very much, this is the only time
Yeah.
you've ever been oppressed in your life, so you don't know what it feels like. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Also, you're not oppressed. But still.
There's really no difference between the institution of slavery and the transatlantic slave trade and being asked to wear an article of clothing.
Yeah. This one too, the pilots are walking off because they have to get the jab. They're saying that's like, but it's not true. This again is one of those ones that's shared, per the CDC, effective 7, so July 10th of 2020, you're like, okay, but that's like this person shared it on August 12th of this year.
Right.
And you're like, yeah, with all those numbers, first off, all those numbers, even if they're right, that's not how it works. The U.S. population, the COVID cases right now.
Also, we got to go through this math real quick. U.S. population, 329 million. COVID cases, 3 million.
That was also through like a whole bunch of us playing, like, but in July of last year before then, there was a
Right.
huge lockdown for a
There
whole
was.
month.
There
And
was.
so the numbers, we stagnate. These numbers are low because compare it more to the November numbers in
Right.
January. That's where it should be. Anyway, so go ahead.
Deaths, 132,855. That means only 0.94%, less than 1% of Americans have even contracted the virus. You haven't put the word yet in there.
Yeah.
The virus isn't gone.
Yeah, it's not done yet.
So what is that? It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Right? It also means that 95.72% of those survive. I read that, I'm like, that's not great.
It's not a good odds.
If you have a
terrible odds.
If I wake up and I have a 5% chance of dying from doing something, I
Terrible
don't want to
fucking
do that
odds.
thing.
Shitty odds.
Best of all, only 0.04% of Americans have died from this virus, a 99.96% survival rate. That's not what you don't compare the total population of all people.
Yeah, it's just bad. Yeah.
It'd be like saying, like, how likely are you to die in a head-on collision? Well, let's see, there's 329 million people, and 1,000 people die from head-on collisions. So head-on collisions are 99.99999% survivable. You have to compare it against the people who got in head-on collisions.
Yes, yeah.
You stupid asshole.
And that's the problem. And then again, it's also from a time where we were already being very careful because there was no vaccine.
Right.
All right.
Also, didn't they literally just say the survival rate before it? Are they saying 95% equals 99%?
Yeah, thank you, Ian.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's math.
Okay. We're gonna do 5 more. So this is 5. We'll do 4 more after this. Go ahead.
Tonight at midnight, Los Angeles County reimposes an indoor mask mandate.
That was on
The law-
July 17th, I guess, of last year, maybe.
The Los Angeles County Sheriff said he will refuse to enforce it. If a maskless person shoots a mask shamer in self-defense, no charges should be filed.
What?
Self-defense is a legitimate use of violence allowed under the law.
A mask shamer?
The maskless are peaceful people who just want to be left alone. Mask shamers, how far do you want to take this fight? You wear a mask for your protection. I carry a gun for mine.
Jesus.
Hashtag don't live in fear.
Yeah, again, this is public health versus private health.
Yep.
You want me to wear a mask to protect your health? Do you want me to jog to help you lose weight too? Terribly
Okay, but
clever.
real quick, if you jogging could make me drop a few pounds, yes, I want you to jog.
Let's do that.
I'm
Can we do that?
100% willing to let you jog to let me lose some weight.
All right, what does this say from Garrett?
Garrett said these memes remind me of think of the IQ of the average American, then realize half of them are dumber.
Yeah,
than
right. Yeah, exactly.
point. And then also, Minoidi said, my sister was trying to tell my dad that the vaccine had 80% effective SP. Oh, no, is that spelling? Sorry. Rate. And that's not great, but it's better than 0. Well,
Yeah, for there you
true.
know, yeah, sure. It's dangerous to believe anything blindly. The science is settled. That's not how science works. You're racist. Occupy Democrats logic is where that one came from. Terribly clever.
Yeah, I kind of don't even get that.
Yeah, I don't either. People getting vaccinated be like, I did my research, fam, you are the research. No,
The research was done by the group of volunteers.
30, 50,
Ahead
was
of
it
time.
50,000 or something?
It was like 70,000.
It was a lot of
wasn't it?
people.
It was a lot of people.
A lot of people. So,
Yeah, that's the same thing.
It's the same thing. It's the CDC begs Americans
Yeah.
not to travel for spring break. Shouldn't the CDC be begging Joe Biden to close the border? And the last one we're going to see.
The
tonight-
border is closed.
I know.
The border is closed.
This
It's
is-
super fucking closed.
This is one I read and I was like, what is he talking about?
Hey, remember a year ago when tons of us were outspoken against mask mandates because we said it wasn't about a mask and that would quickly turn into a vaccine mandate? You all kept saying that was ridiculous and wouldn't happen. Remember that? Yeah, me too.
Well, no, nobody thought it was going to be a mandate about a vaccine. Like, I don't think I remember saying like it's going to be 100% like, and it's not really mandated. Like you can work at a small company and not have to, and be completely out of the.
I'll say if there was a total vaccine mandate, I'd be like, yeah, cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I would at no point in this pandemic was I saying a vaccine mandate will never happen.
Yeah.
I don't and the reason I would say that I'm not optimistic enough to think it will happen.
I'll tell you.
I don't think we have the political will to do big important things.
That's the reason, right? Yeah.
We should just mandate it. It should just be required.
You should just be like, get it.
Fucking get it done.
Fucking get it.
Or you lose your Social Security benefits.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
So there's a bunch more of these. Maybe we'll come back to these some other day, Tom. I'll know where we got to, and we'll come back to them some other day.
There's
Well,
also a good Twitter called Conservative Self Owns. If anybody in the chat doesn't like to kind of gloat on it's not really gloating, but like, these people obviously died. The
Yeah, I mean, I
conservative
got
self-owns are kind of funny.
The thing is that the only reason I saw them is because they just
Right.
happened to be from a place where I saw that other
Right.
people died.
otherwise I would never
Right.
see.
But
memes.
I would never see any of these memes otherwise. Like they
Yeah.
would never pop
These
up
are
in my. So
great.
I didn't get it because I just want to make sure I mention it. I didn't get it because I was trying to be morbid. I got him because I thought Tom would have never seen him, and it's just a coincidence that they
right.
happen to come from this one place. That's because they were a good repository for him. That's
Right.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, Silent Dis in the Discord sent us this, which is the explanation for the Herman Cain Award that they posted. And long story short, this is one of the lines that they say is like, we aren't here because we like to point and laugh like some common internet trolls. We're here because we don't want to fucking be here. These people are YOLOing themselves and loved ones into the void for lack of any reason or common sense. And at some point, this has become the social media equivalent of gawking at a very preventable car wreck.
Yeah. I mean, it is one of those things too, where, I know a lot of people feel very angry that we're still in this position where we don't have to be.
Yeah.
We don't have to be here. There was a brief glimpse right after I got vaccinated. I want to say it was in July, actually before July. It was like before Delta really got big.
was like May, June?
May and June, when I went out to a couple of restaurants and I enjoyed myself, and I stayed in Chicago overnight, and I was just excited. I thought it was great. I thought I was getting back to sort of, those things that you used to do that were a lot of fun. And that I haven't been to a restaurant since then.
Right.
And it sucks. I want to go. Like you were saying, your friend is a foodie. I enjoy going out to eat. I really
Right.
do genuinely enjoy that. And to not do that, it sucks. And it shouldn't be like this. It should be easy. It should be easy for me to go to the store without a mask on. It should be easy for me to, drive on a train and not have to worry about wearing a mask all day.
Right. Yeah. Well, we could. What's galling about all this is we've had the answers for a long time.
Yeah.
We have solved this from a technology standpoint a long time ago, and now we're just stuck in a fucking rut because it's a world full of idiots.
Tom, we did get a present. We're gonna open this before we leave. So we got something from this is from Keith. He sent us 2 spoons. Two very nice little spoons that he carved.
Hand carved
Little
kitchen spoons.
It's very sweet.
That's awesome.
It's very sweet of Keith to send these. I thought we had sent Keith a hoodie for these, but if we didn't, Keith, send us a message and we will send you a hoodie. But these are really cool.
These are nice, yeah.
These are really cool. And it's really you did a great job on this. It's a really beautiful spoon. They're
It's
really
a nice thing to send. Thank you.
Very, very nice. Thank you so much.
You guys want to eat anything into the mic before you go?
Oh,
I don't think we have.
I think Ian's being a little bitchy. Doesn't he sound a little bitchy?
He does sound like a little bitch, but he always does.
Sounds a little bitchy. Didn't you get a card too that you want to mention?
Oh, I did. Yes, thank you. I was going to mention this on the show too. Somebody, I don't want to name names because I don't know if they want me to, but somebody sent to our Cogdis PO box. They sent my wife a get well card.
It's very sweet.
And that was a really nice thing to do. It's just a really sweet thing to do. So thank you.
Yeah.
It was very well intentioned. It was very nice. Thank you very much.
I'm very upset you didn't send me one, but that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. That's fine.
It's a really nice thing to do.
It is. It's very, very sweet. All right, we got a little bit of show to record, so we got to go, guys. We actually stayed for a long stream tonight because we just got stuck doing this for a long time.
Crazy ass memes.
We'll do it next time. Maybe a couple times in the future we'll do it. If you guys enjoyed this, let us know. If you didn't, leave a comment and tell us how much you hate us. I'm sure there'll be plenty of those anyway. So.
Whatever.
It's YouTube.
Go lay down.
It's not our jam. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. We got to bounce though because we got other stuff we have to do. We still have to record some stuff. And thanks for joining us. Come check us out next week. Should be around. All right. So long, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Hold on.
End screen button
end
first.
screen. Got you.
There you go.
Ian, do you want to say something else bitchy? Do you want to be?
Yeah, you want to send me some fucking food? Because I'll eat it.
Do you want to be angry
No.
with us?
I mean,
People,
you're weird,
sometimes when
like
you eat into the
chocolate-covered
mic
lentils
too
or
much.
whatever you eat. You know.
What? I'm not Eli.
Yo, you're half-assed, Eli.
You're Eli with less commitment.
Wow.
Oh, it's so
That
mean.
hurt. That really hurt.
That is probably the meanest thing I've ever said. I'm sorry, Ian. I apologize.
Really not cool.
It's like a million of those.
All right, let's close out the show with this.
No. No. Stop. Stop.
Egg.
You
Egg.
get DMCA'd again.
The guy's
Bye.
dancing though. All right, good night, everybody.
All right,
We gotta
guys.
go.
Take